What's up, everyone? So, it's Saturday night, and I was like, I wonder who's in here. Let me make sure y'all can hear me okay. All right, so you can hear me? Okay, let's get this started. Let me see. All right, I'm actually going to go back to what we were discussing on the other night. And that was just, us having these negative beliefs about worrying. You know, where do they possibly come from, right? What causes us to have them? We talked about all of that, right? We talked about how conditioning, we've said that several times, how conditioning can cause us to adopt this mindset that it's just preparing me for the worst case scenario. There's nothing wrong with worrying. But what if it becomes where we're more paralyzed in our worry than we're able to really function during our day to day, right? It's just something to think about. I don't know why I'm not saying there. We no. See, now when I see you say raw, Shelton, all I think about is Bigfoot running through, pranking campers. Like I could not get that out of my mind. Oh, hi, mommy. Likewise. I'm serious. Now, my imagination will just start going. Oh, that is hilarious. So nice to see you, family. So happy y'all are in here with me. Anyone else who may be watching, I'm so excited to see y'all. Um, we're going to work a little bit. I'm not going to hold you long. That's not my MO at all. But I do want us to chop it up a little bit. What's up, 7-8? My family's in here. Look at y'all. Thank you, 7-8. And likewise, same to you. What's up, NBA D Nice? So happy to see y'all. Not Bobby's World Imagination. Y'all remember that show when that little boy was riding his little bike through the house? But see, then my mind also goes to The Shining because I believe he was riding a bike in the hotel. Correct me if I'm wrong, Shelton. I love it, y'all. All right. So, like I said in that premiere that we had, I really didn't want, to do a premiere when it comes to actually doing the skills. I wanted to do it with y'all. I wanted to make sure that even if you're not in a place where you can write anything down or, you can type it up, you actually can maybe start to process it mentally, right? And that's cool. You might not even want to do any of that. You might just want to listen, and that's cool as well. So, welcome back to Combos with Cam. So, we know what we were focusing on last time. We were talking all about worrying, right? And just how it can look for us. But my question is, what would it then look like if it was a way that we could gain control by possibly postponing this worry? Any thoughts on that? Anybody want to take a hint at what this skill may look like if I say postponing the worry? Daryl, so happy to see you, family. So happy to see y'all. It's all love within, so it's always love going out. You already know. What's up, Troll Slayer? Nice to see you. It's all good because I was a little late coming on, but I'm happy you're here. I'm so happy you're here. And I've seen you, Troll Slayer. I want to say, aren't you from Freedom's March? I think you're on his channel a lot. You can forgive me if I'm incorrect with that information. What's up, Drew? So happy to see you, bro. Oh, y'all know it makes my heart smile. All right, let's get to this. So, once again, anybody want to just at least, take a stab at it, if you will. If I were to say, okay, yeah, okay, I got you, Shelton. I got you. I thought so, but I wasn't certain, right? Um, if I were to say, what would it look like if we were to be able to postpone our worry? Because is it not control that we are trying to gain when we're worrying? Think about that. We're looking, anticipating what is to come, this uncertainty, so that way we can feel more prepared, i.e., have control over what is to come. But logically, we do not have control. Yes, mommy, I have my gum. I just realized it. Oh, goodness. I haven't too long arrived home from work, y'all, so forgive me. I'm going to do well with this gum. I'm not going to pop it. Mm-mm. I did well the other night, if you recall. So we said we don't want to chase the worry. We described what that looks like to chase the worry and add these false narratives and write these novels of these worst case scenarios, right? Meaning, when we have this thought, we don't want to pull it closer, bring it to bed, wake up with it, take it on a date, take it to work. No, ride with it to work. It doesn't need to be a passenger. Stay with me. But we also don't want to push it away, because pushing it away is suppression. We've learned that. And we know for a fact that suppression isn't the best practice for us. I'm hearing you, Troll Slayer. I'm I don't know. I don't know. I got the family in here and they might be, a little trigger happy. So I can't say who would be first, but I appreciate all of you. That part, Daryl, right? Yeah. Because somehow we have been taught that suppression is a sign of strength. Let's stop there. Let's maybe take a detour real quick, and then we're going to get back to this skill that we're going to learn about strength. Who told us that strength and staying strong means we don't experience any emotions? Who taught us that? Who shaped our mind and our belief system to believe that thought to even be true and even attainable? Think about it. Ah, yeah. Words matter, do they not? Is Eric Owen here? What's up, Eric O? So nice to see y'all. So happy you're here. Yeah, that's what they would say. Things like that. Big boys don't cry. You wants to be a strong black woman. I don't ask why I had to say it like that, but sometimes that's what is given when people say that. Right? Yeah. Be strong. Stay strong. People even say that, even if someone is experiencing something that is obviously disturbing. Stay strong. Don't crumble. What 7-8 say? I postponed my drama for a few months. I had to focus on my health and worry about paying the crack IRS later this year. I can't be worried about them and stay focused at the same time. Hold that thought. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about just how this worry can do, man. Daryl pointed it out. It's not good for us, like holistically. It's not good, of course, emotionally, mentally, physically. What you say? You talk them devils down to 2,000 a month. For real. You know? All right, so let's go back to this whole strength thing. Hmm. So women may be conditioned that, your strength is in your ability to do this or your ability to do that. Um, when things happen in life, that's just a part of life. You must accept such. Stay with me. Men may be taught, no different than what Daryl shared, you know, big boys don't cry. Okay. Started very young, right? So then they grow up and they have this mindset that you just need to suck it up. At your age, not your shoe size. Now we could say that's dealing with maturity, but we could also say that someone may be saying that you're emotionally, triggered by certain things, and therefore you're acting like a child. We all have emotions. What's up, insane? So is it really strength? I mean, who even determines what it means to be strong, philosophically speaking? Because everyone does not have the same definition, which means it is all based off of a belief system that has been cultivated over the years. Okay? Insane says your heart. Yeah. Is strength, is it not strength in vulnerability? Because, see, I'm going to take the word weakness out of this. What's up, Trill Will? What's going on? Nice to see you here. I don't know if I've seen you here before. If I have, just charge it to my mind and not my heart. Yeah. Someone will say, if you're not strong in that situation, then you're weak. If you show any, emotion, because you don't have to be emotional, you could just be showing emotion. You could just be acknowledging that which you feel. That part, insane. There's strength. There's so much strength in one's ability to be vulnerable. Now, let's get it straight. We don't need everybody going out here just being vulnerable with everyone, right? No, every space is not a safe space. And every person we may engage with is not a safe person. All right. They may not, have your best interests at heart, if you will. Oh, okay. So excited to have you here. Yeah. Daryl says basically there's no shades of gray. Either you're strong or weak. That's a problem. Yeah. Is that not all or nothing thinking? Y'all remember that Cognitive distortion, yeah, means you don't have a shade of gray. 7A said this used to be a good neighborhood. Now we got to say, see, I'm not messing with y'all tonight. Y'all start playing and y'all get like squirrels. And then I got to bring y'all back in. And then I start being a part of it because then it's funny. Goodness. I'm sitting up there thinking my bro 7-8 done dropped something in there, done dropped some gems. And I'm starting to read and I'm like, y'all funny. All right, y'all. Not hoodlums though, Erica. Not bringing property value down, Shelton. Oh, what's up, Bella Faith? What's up, beautiful queen? Yes, you did. Yes, you did. And I'm so happy to see you. Hopefully, you can stay around for a little bit. If not, I'm just excited you were able to stop by. Maybe you'll enjoy the replay, right? Daryl? Daryl. Yup. See, Bella Faith, you see the family in here? It's nothing but love for them. But mommy, why are you and see, even my mommy has now fallen victim to this. I'm just gonna sit here and watch the show. Oh man. All right, y'all. So, like we said, the bottom line is there is strength in your vulnerability, right? Mhm. Strength in it. So it's just something, just a side note, because I always want us to have that in the back of our minds as we go through various skills and we learn different things about self and how to better just navigate through life. Y'all are so funny. All right, y'all better pay attention because we about to start working. All right. So we already said that when we start worrying and we begin to write these narratives, it's because we're pulling it closer, right? Or we may be trying to push it away, i.e., suppressing it. Like, oh, it's not there if I ignore it. No, if you try to ignore it, it's only going to get stronger. That's what happens. You're only going to worry more. Before you know it, you're ruminating on the worry, right? But postponing these negative thoughts, this worry, means that you're basically saying, it's okay. And it's perfectly natural for me to have this thought. It's okay and it's perfectly natural for me to have a what if thought, right? But then we make the decision, like we said, not to chase it any further. So, how do we postpone the thought? If you're someone who you find yourself worrying about a situation over and over and just constantly ruminating about it, I see you, Daryl. um, then you want to set a time. What if you're just a chronic worrier? There's such thing. Typically, someone who worries a lot. I'm hearing you, Erica. Okay. What's up, beautiful Tay Tay? Oh, we got the queens in here. I'm so excited. Y'all are so funny. Y'all really are. All right. So we set this time. All right. Like I said, it really is helpful when you recognize, oh man, I went to bed with this worry. I woke up with this worry. I then started my day with this worry. I drove to work with this worry. I'm not present in conversations because of the worry. No, let's take our control back. Let's take our time back. Set a time. If we already know there are situations that we have going on and it's causing some worry, don't list it in a way where you're like basically pouring out nothing but false narratives, right? We don't want to write that. Mm-mm. Just list it real quick, maybe a couple of words, the whatever, right? What's up? So happy to see you, right? We just list it, make it concise, straight to the point. We're not writing, it's not a journal. No, no. And then you decide what time and how long you're going to even give it any I don't want to say power, more like relevancy, right? Right? Because we're kind of doing reverse psychology on self, if that makes sense. We're almost tricking ourselves. So let's go through that again. We're postponing the worry. The first step we want to do is set a time. Do not do it before we go to bed. We don't want to do that. So do we just run into the storm or avoid it until it eventually goes away? Hopefully. Stay with me. We're going somewhere with this. You're about to see where we're going to go. What did we learn the other day, though? Worrying robs us of being present. Okay? So, y'all see what Eric O said. Most of my worries are responsibilities. I got to take care of those. My question for you, is this the first time you've ever had responsibilities? If it be that you are going to follow through, you good, Daryl. And I know what false start mean. Don't do me like that. If we know you have responsibilities, we have responsibilities. Have we not taken care of them in the past? How is worrying about it getting it to be taken care of? Y'all see where I'm going with this? I know I have responsibilities. I know I have things I need to do, whether it be writing it down, whether it be typing it in Excel or anything of such. I'm going to still do it. But if it's not something that I can do in this moment, and I'm just spinning my wheels, I hope y'all caught that football term. What's up, D man? Yeah, because if we have worries about our responsibilities, of course, it may come to us and be like, oh my gosh, I got, worries. I got this. I got that. I got to take care of this. Of course you do. We all have responsibilities. And I'm not going to rob myself of the present if it's not something I can take care of in this moment. What purpose is it serving us? Think about that. What purpose is it serving us, y'all? Mm-mm. All right. I love that you brought that up, Eric, because I'm sure a lot of us can relate to that, right? 7-8 was talking about that and the worry of things and worrying about it day in and day out. It does not negate that which is, right? Because the situation is still there. Worrying is not going to get it taken care of. Let's back it up. Could it possibly be that at one point, when we need more money, need more time, need more rest, vicious cycle, there we go. Mhm. Yeah, because at some point we experienced the lack thereof, or we know what it's like not to have it, and or we know what it's like to be at the bottom of the barrel, looking up. So then, when we're in any situation that smells like, looks like, feels like, we going back to something else now. Then guess what happens? Fight, flight, freeze response. And so what it looks like, what's up? How are you? Same to you. Thank you. Is we respond as if it's here. And not always is it here. But we respond that way. The body responds that way. The brain responds that way. And before you know it, we're responding on like a 50 for that, like it was in that other situation. Something that happened years ago, something that may have happened months ago. But it may not be what is right now. It's just something to be aware of, y'all. That's all. It's not a wrong thing. It's life. It's life. But how freeing can it be? Okay, so we have responsibilities. We have the IRS. We got this going on. We have maybe children. We got parents. All of these things, people, external factors, if you will, right? But how freeing can it be for you to say, you know what? I've done my part. My part is to commit to make this payment. My part is I have the intention of calling and whatever. If we have done our part at that moment, we got to tap into that skill of radical acceptance. You've done your part. What more are we looking for? Is it possibly we're looking for a microwave result? We just want it to happen like that? Could be. It's not healthy though. All right, let's get back to this, y'all. What we got? Look at y'all. I'm so excited that y'all are getting it. That part, Eric. All right, y'all. So we already talked about setting time. Like I said, please do not set it before bed. Like you do not want to be that to be your time where you go through your list of the things you're worried about. Please don't do that. It can be like maybe the afternoon, whatever time, but I would not recommend you do it before bed. Okay. Now, we don't want to make the timer, if you actually utilize a timer, like 10, 15 minutes. That's too long. What we're trying to do is train the brain to acknowledge it and then move on with their day. To acknowledge it and not coddle it, stick it in your pocket and take it with you everywhere you go. It's not a my buddy doll. No, it's not serving us. Mm-mm. We're going to set aside some time, let's say 4 or 5 minutes, go through your list, right? Look at it. Now, what happens as the day goes on after you've done this and the worry pops in your mind? It's okay. It's not just going to go away. We talked about intrusive thoughts. Maybe just tell yourself, I've already acknowledged you earlier, and keep it moving. Okay. It's not going to just stop. If the brain has been conditioned to respond that way, it's not just going to, like a light switch, click, and all of a sudden, oh, no longer there. I'm healed. There's a time and place for everything. Found the time and place for a specific word. Bam, bars. I've always wanted a reason to say that. Don't ask. Oh, goodness. Goodness. All right. We almost there. Y'all leave me alone. I've always wanted to say that. Like, when I hear people say that, they're like, bars. See, I can't even say it without laughing because it's funny to me. Like, okay, I'll try to say it with a straight face. Bars. Mm-mm. No, my cheeks keep going up, so it's not gonna work. All right, let's get through this. We're about to end this live in here shortly. All right, so we didn't want to acknowledge, like I said, if it pops in your mind throughout the day, so you've already taken that time earlier to focus on that specific worry or worries, whatever it may be. You accept that the thought's going to come. Accept it. It's going to pop up, and just don't hold on to it and go back to the present task at hand. That's the control you can have. We may not be able to control all these situations that are around us, that are going on. We may not be able to have control over that which we are worrying about. But the beautiful thing is, in my 7/8 voice, is that we can control self. We can control how we choose to respond. We don't have to just give into it and say, oh, take me away in this word. No, we don't have to do that. It may feel that way sometime, right? Yeah. Not itching to say that though. I really was, D Man Jr. I'm getting there, Daryl. I don't know. Oh gosh, y'all. I love to laugh. Yeah, it's a real thing for me. Y'all should see me at work. It's a real thing. All right. So now, a common thought that can come to mind when we're doing this, I would actually say maybe some pitfalls that happen when you're doing this skill. And I want to be totally transparent with you. It doesn't work. So you tried it one time and it didn't work. Does that mean that it doesn't work, or that we just have to keep at it, keep working at it? Yeah. And I actually counsel some individuals that, definitely their belief systems are in that higher power. And Is it not that higher power that who created us? You'd be amazed, Daryl, and anyone in the chat, how many people have been told in church, just keep praying. You're not praying hard enough. You're not doing this. Or in their religious belief systems, you're not doing this enough. You're not saying enough Hail Marys. You're not doing it. Guess what happens when someone is told they're not doing something enough? Before you know it, now they're looking at self. Not that I'm dealing with what's up, prize fighter? Nice to see you. Not that I'm dealing with this difficult situation, right? No, really, like you're laughing, but people do say that, right? And they start looking at self like, oh my gosh, it's something I'm not doing. I'm not doing this. That part, mommy. Read the scripture. I want you to read this verse. Now, I have my personal belief system, right? And I'm fully aware that some things cannot be solved just through reading a scripture. And it's not because the person may not believe or have faith. No. Mm. And I'm just using the verbiage that I've heard utilized in different sessions. We counsel several different people from all different walks of life, right? But it's interesting. And some people really start to believe that, like, well, it would be okay if I did this enough. And I'm not going to lie. I may just ask, okay, then why'd you come here? How do we get here? I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you. And, not to make it a religious conversation, obviously. Um, Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, views, whatever it may be. Whatever's going to bring you that comfort, whatever's going to keep you grounded. Um, and mental health is real, and both things can be true. You can walk in whatever your religious, your belief system, spiritual, you can walk in that boldly. And you can learn how to navigate, because at the end of the day, the one thing we all do have is choice, do we not? And sometimes we don't make the best choices. And so, you know, both things can be true. That's all. I'll leave it at that. Both things can be true. It can be a life guide, but to put your full faith in it with no action from yourself is a disaster. All facts, y'all. Truthful. I love it. All right. So, like I said, that can be a pitfall for people to say it didn't work and then they just stop. They don't keep doing the skill. They just go back to worrying about the worry, if that makes sense. Bars. I'm done. Oh goodness. Oh gosh. Okay, I'm done, y'all. I'm not gonna I don't know why that is just so amusing to me. All right. So, what are some other things that may get in the way? We already talked about suppressing. That can get in the way of you utilizing this skill of postponing the worry. You know, not having rationale in what you're doing, right? As soon as the thought pops back up, you give up. Avoiding the skill altogether. Being concerned about that alone time with your thoughts for 4 or 5 minutes. So a lot of things that can pop up. And like I said, if that does happen, then I look forward to hearing, just how it did go for you when you utilize a skill. Leave me alone, dear. But I do truly. I would love to hear just how it looks for you. So I encourage you to try it. Right? Try it. What's the risk? Just a different way to look at it. All right, y'all. Before I go, I do want, to thank all of you. We're going to do a quick 4-7-8 breathing. Being alone with your thoughts isn't as scary as they say. My best thinking is in the shower, to be honest. No, I'm hearing you. Mine is driving, mhm, which is why I love, living some distance away from where I work. Mine is driving. Eric, oh, really? Well, I hope that means because we're having a good time. It's like these go by too fast. Um, so I'm gonna teach you a quick skill, and it's called 4-7-8. What's up, Curtis Robinson? Nice to see you. So happy you could drop by. So it's 4-7-8 breathing. Anyone ever heard of it? No? Yes? Maybe? 4-7-8 breathing? I can't think too hard while driving. I might run red lights. Well, to be honest, I'm out here in the mountains. So it's just driving, driving, driving. All right, y'all. So we're going to be intentional with this. Y'all know how I am about when it comes to breathing. It's going to go by pretty fast. So hopefully you're in a space where you can actually participate in this. That is my hope. So 4-7-8, what we've already learned how to deep breathe. We've already done that. We know what that looks like, to take that deep breath in our diaphragm and out through our mouth. We know that. But what we're going to do is we're going to inhale through our nostrils for 4 seconds. So we're going to inhale for 4. We're going to hold that breath for 7 seconds. And then we're going to let it out in a whoosh for 8 seconds, right? Let's do it together. Now, quick psychoeducation. I like to tell y'all this. This actual breathing technique can actually serve as a natural sedative. Something to think about. Why? Because it calms down the nervous system. All right, y'all, let's go. Let's try it. We're going to breathe in through our nostrils for 4 seconds. Hold it. Hold it. And let's breathe out for 8 seconds. All right, we're going to do this again. What's up, Snoopy Mac? So happy to see you. My big brother. All love. You know that, big brother. So happy to see you. All right, y'all. All right, we're not going to be squirrels now. We done been squirrels earlier, so we're going to bring it back in, right? So we're going to breathe in through our nostrils. Let's do it together. Breathe in for 4 seconds. Hold for 7 seconds. And breathe out for 8 seconds. All right. Now, I want to add this for the last time we do it together. As we breathe in through our nostrils, I want you to take your hands with the open palms, right? And we're going to inhale like that, okay? But we're breathing in through the nostrils. Let's try it. Breathe in through your nostrils for 4 seconds. Hold. Turn your palms over and breathe out for 8. Right? That can be very helpful. It's a way for you to actually really focus on the breaths to make sure that you are breathing in from that diaphragm and doing that deep belly breathing. Okay. I encourage you all to try that. Even if you have to go back, rewind it, and make sure, okay, I got it down. Breathing in through the nostrils, inhaling for 4 seconds, holding it for 7 seconds, and then breathing out for 8 seconds. Really, Daryl? Yes, it's that means you did it correctly. No, really. What's up, Freedom's March? Not the exhale hit different. Y'all are hilarious. And it makes my heart smile to know that it is something that you can utilize, going forward. Be intentional. Be mindful, y'all. I'm so happy to see each of you. I appreciate the time you spent. If I missed you in the chat, know that it's all love, right? It's all love, and I appreciate you coming by. Now, Daryl, brother Daryl, do you want to close us out? I'm not messing with y'all. Listen, until next time, be gentle with yourselves. Worrying, let's learn to postpone it. Reclaim your time. Don't rob yourself of being present in the day to day. Be gentle, for we are all doing this thing called life for the very first time. Blessings always. I'm going to see y'all in these YouTube streets. Until next time.